Welcome back to the Jesse Rucinski show. Hopefully you guys hear that. They're telling me recording in progress in my ears, but we are here. Got some more stuff. Got a few things to go over before I get to the important part, which is all the numbers to disprove pretty much everything that they've been saying this whole time. So let's jump into it. Oh, and I do have a little, I guess, irony, stupid. See, I can't say it. Stupidity, ridiculousness. I don't know why you call it, but that's for the end. Let's jump into it though. Here we are. It's been like what, a week? And Biden now finally today met with his top advisors about this whole thing. What the hell has he been doing since it started? Why that odd picture of him sitting alone? Camp David in the room, no one around him. Yeah. He's finally meeting with them now. I'm not trying to be a dick, but what the fuck have you been doing? You're just meeting with them like now. Where have you been? What's been going on? I mean, obviously, you have no control over what's going on. You have no thought about what's going on. You have no way to fix what's going on. But I mean, like, what the hell? Like, where the hell have you been? What have you been doing? Just like another thing, just like yesterday afternoon, he finally called, spoke with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Finally, like that was his first talk with any world leader at all since this all started. Like, where the hell have you been the last week, Joe? Exactly. You haven't actually probably paying attention to any of it. Now we got a bunch of idiots running everything. And just like Kamala, where the hell has she been? Like I said, when he started hiring people into his, into his group there, into his administration, like this person's going to do this. I mean, the first immigrant born to run this. Yeah, and he was caught on a live mic talking about how ridiculous and a sham and how screwed they are at the border. Now, now's a good one because he's qualified, obviously, so it just keeps doing that. Austin, like the Secretary of Defense, because he's the first black man, well, like it's come down to qualification, shouldn't come down to like skin color and all that. I should actually be qualified to do shit like this. Again, Joe Biden isn't even, qualified really when you think about it. Because I mean, just now meeting with the top advisors today, didn't talk to a single world leader through all this, for all those days, like till yesterday afternoon. And rumor has it that he's heading back to Wilmington, Delaware, either today or tomorrow. He's going back home, surrounded nothing even more. So congratulations, Rio. All you people that vote for him just because you fell for all the shit that you people say you don't ever actually listen to from the mainstream media or anything. Like you tell us to get off of Fox News, trust me, most of us aren't. And we can say bad things about Donald Trump. All we ever get from you people, never get confronted on the left, the people on the left is, I'm proud of my president. Can you actually explain why? How the fuck does he get a pass for this? Well, wait, because you probably aren't hearing anything about it. Shocker. But anyone that has anything besides really dastardly, mean, negative things to say about this, like you really actually are what's wrong with actually the whole entire world, really, when you think about it. You could argue with me all you want. I don't care. If you think that this is right and the way we did it is right, and anything that's going on right now, the whole situation is right, you are most certainly what's wrong. Because this was done completely dumb in the situation we had on the ground, the amount of troops and it being conditional withdrawal. Like it was working. I have the numbers on that later, but it was working. He goes and does this whole thing, no conditions, anything. Here's the date, and look what happened within a week. Like that's just completely embarrassing. I mean, really embarrassing. And then another embarrassing, we'll go with Jen Psaki, so I'm just confused as what the hell she means when she says people who self-identify as Americans. I don't know what the hell that means. Maybe someone could clarify me on that one. I'm just easily confused. I don't know. But another thing that came up yesterday was person giving the brief. I think it was from the State Department. It was one of Biden's advisors, senior advisors, top advisors, not being able to guarantee that they'll get everybody out and that the troops will stay if they don't get everyone out, like U.S. citizens. Like, I don't know how to tell you this. That's really, 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 really bad. Really bad. Like, that's how big of a cluster this is, which is why most of us that served anywhere in the Middle East or know anyone that served in Afghanistan, all that, lost friends, people that we consider family members and brothers, like, and sisters as well. Like, in this whole thing, I think they came and guaranteed that troops to stay and that they'll get everyone out. Like they said it yesterday. Their words, not mine. I'm just repeating what the hell came out of those idiots' mouth. Like, that should terrify the living hell out of everyone. Like, and if it doesn't, I really don't know what's in between your ears. If there is anything, it's one of those, yeah. I know I put that up to the guy, but I don't care. Like, you put the little thing up into the ear and the light would come out the other side of most of these people. It doesn't seem like anyone's actually qualified. I mean, remember, he was supposed to be this big genius, most like foreign affairs, experience in anyone, like any president ever, anyone, like, and Donald Trump is the one that everyone kept going around saying that he was, going to start World War III. And then there's people that still tell me they're extremely proud of the president when whole Israel-Palestine thing, this gives them terrorists more room. Oh, and by the way, China has used this as propaganda, and they told Taiwan, look what America did to Afghanistan. They're not going to protect you. Like, they've already used it. They're talking about going reunification. Yeah, they're just going to go kick the Taiwanese in the nuts and take it over. They've been showing more aggression. Russia, scared with Ukraine and everything else going on. Like, this emboldens all of our enemies, to include terrorists, China, Russia, all of them, because it makes us look like a complete pile of shit because there's no qualified anything anywhere in there, and literally the mere fact that they can't even guarantee everyone's safety and getting out. And they're telling people, like, fill out a form online, hope to get a text, and that the Taliban's going to let you just walk right out through the city, through all their checkpoints, and get to the airport to get out. Right. Like, I've seen videos of stuff they're doing. And that actually knows anything. Knows Taliban having the whole country is very bad. Al Qaeda was already in there, in little bits here and there, but now they're emboldened because they have all the place to go. Because we're not there anymore. Like, this is just a whole clusterfuck, and everyone that thought it wasn't going to be, you are dumb. Sorry. And we get on the Taliban side of it. Remember how they started out saying that women were going to have the rights and all that. They're going to let them keep their jobs, keep their spots in the government, all that, like, right away. And then they have to walk back that about women's rights to women's rights as long as it's within Islamic law, which isn't good for them because they have pretty much zero rights then. Like, they get gang raped. They're the ones that get stoned to death. Like, retaliatory, kills. Like, there's all kinds of child trafficking, sex trafficking. Like, it's really bad, actually, to anyone that's ever looked into it or spent any time there. Doesn't just listen to words of idiots. Like, look something, actually try to learn something about the society. And really, the Taliban and what they did, you really think they're going to suddenly, like, I'm sorry, teach an old dog new tricks, but that shit it's not going to happen. Like, we've already seen them, like, a few videos here and there, people bloody, dead in the streets, dude getting kicked in the back, kicked in the grill, right in his face, in the back of a pickup truck. God knows if he was trying to get there, what he was doing. Like, they have the list of all the people, like, in the country where they live that helped us or in the military in any way. Like, this is not good, like, at all. And that topic leads right to, again, and going from, if you want to leave, you can leave, to only U.S. citizens to leave. And now there's now they have all the checkpoints, and there's a giant, like, they've surrounded the whole entire airport with Taliban, like, in order, like, trying to get in. Like, that's, so pretty much you have zero chance of actually getting there if you actually need any help. Like, I don't understand how people, like, think that any of this is good. Oh, well, we had to get out. Yeah, but look at all the shit we have left behind, the enemies we've emboldened, the terrorists that now have all kinds of stuff. Women and children, like females, are just might as well dead in the streets. Anyone who knows Sharia law, I mean, any law that gets woman gets gang raped and then she gets stoned to death for it because she couldn't fight off all the men. Like, it should be a sign that you don't want people that are going to practice that in control. You know, it's just dumb. Doesn't make any sense. And apparently, like, it's just they say, oh, we're in talks with the Taliban. They said a lot happened. Well, congratulations. OJ said he didn't do it. Like, you could say all kinds of shit and then turn around and do whatever the hell you want. My ex-wife accused me of doing all kinds of things. Said she wasn't doing anything, and bingo, bango, bongo, I was right because she was. Like, people can say whatever the hell they want, turn around and do whatever the hell they want. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Like, use your brain. Listen to your advisors, which President Biden apparently didn't do at all. Shocker. Said they were prepared. Why the hell are we still trying to get troops there now? Like, if you were prepared, they would have been there. And you're like, oh shit, get them over there now. Okay. It's not how that works at all, actually. If you're prepared, they'd be there. Why would you give up the good air base? It's very secure, all that for this one in Kabul. Why would not get all our equipment and people out before, like, the official withdrawal not work? Like, it should, like, why didn't you base it on all kinds of dumb shit? Which leads me to the big one, which is the numbers from all this, which is the part that pisses me off the most. When they say weren't willing to fight for themselves, why should we keep losing a million American lives, and spending all this money, even though, by the way, moving all the people that planning on moving over here costs actually more money than moving them somewhere else in their own continent where in their own religion, all that they fit in. Like, taking them here, that's all taxpayer burden. Like, with their refugee thing, that puts all the housing, food, school, health, all that on us, taxpayer. More than it would have cost to stay there. That little bit of people and keep the terrorists at base. Now there's more terrorist threat and there's more of a tax burden. But U.S. military, roughly, this is deaths, 2,378, roughly around there. That's just deaths in this whole 20 years. Contractors, 3,800. Estimated around 3,800. I saw a few different numbers that seemed to like be right in the middle of it. Also, 3,800. Right. Combine that together, that's what, 6,100. And Afghan military, anywhere between like 6 million in the upper 70s, because no one actually seems to have a whole like number on it. But like, so, and we haven't lost anyone in 18 months. So where the hell do they does he get off saying that they weren't willing to fight? Like, do you see those numbers? We shouldn't have to have another death. We haven't lost anyone in 18 months. They can't say that. And we're at 66 plus thousand to the mid to upper 70s. I've seen numbers too. Like, compared to our 2,378 in the contracts is 3,800. Like, that's, I'm not saying those were good numbers, but to say that they didn't fight when they gave up that many more than all of us, like, I'm sorry, you are just as full of shit as I've been saying. Like, the numbers don't add up at all to anything that they're saying, whether it's like our deaths compared to theirs, training, money, bring them here as compared to sending them somewhere else that are staying over there. Either of those is cheaper than bringing them here. Like, it's just like spending the money. Then why are we going to spend more to bring them all over here? Housing, food, clothing, education, healthcare, like all that. Like, people like to make that argument, like, you're not nearly the brightest person on the planet. I don't expect most people to be very bright. No offense. We live in a world of idiots. But like, you're really just screwed on that. Like, I'd really like, so they weren't fighting. There's numbers to disprove that. It's going to cost more to house all these people and give them everything they need for the refugee status than it would be to stay over there and keep Al Qaeda from blossoming and Taliban just do whatever the hell they want, take over the whole region. So now we're really screwed. Like, so all you people are just dumb that keep doing that and keep making those arguments. Like, you have zero anything to stand on. You could tell me I'm crazy, but you can't argue with the numbers. Sorry, hate to break it to you. It's just the way it is. Some things will never change. like people making dumbass arguments about dumbass things when they have no opinion on anything because they actually don't know anything about any of it because they pretty much stayed in their local area and were more worried, in those days of their lives in the 20s and 30s when most of us were over there, late teens, 20s. You guys were worried about, only one thing, and that was, drinking with your buddies, one night stands, bar hopping, bar fights, and like what most people are doing then. They're trying to tell us how to live our, how we should do all this and live our lives. But none of these things actually help us at all. It just brings them here, puts more of a burden on us. We're going to spend more out there to take care of them than we would if we stayed there and took care of them because we didn't let the Taliban or Al Qaeda or any of them take over. The numbers just, sorry, I got them. They're not that hard to find. They're there. Doesn't take a brain to figure it out. Doesn't take anything, actually. Takes you just turning off your idiotic media that you all talk about, or I don't know, opening your mind. But if all the excuse, or like Joe Biden talking about how terrorism is metastasizing all over the world, then why are we going to give this whole country back? And probably Pakistan, they're in between. They're hot and cold, depending on what day it is. When it comes to terrorist groups, we're giving Taliban, Afghanistan, and Al Qaeda's got that has some regions there. Like they get to come out now because they don't have to worry because there's no one there to stop them. Like, so you can't say that you're worried about global war on terror and our security. Our security is actually going to get worse because now we gave them even more territory. I don't know if you noticed that the death to America chants are real. Like all the arguments I've heard as to why we doing this was the right thing, like in doing it this way, like they're all wrong, they're all backwards, and you're completely ass backwards if you say they didn't fight because they fought and gave up so much more. They did not stop fighting until we gave up on them. Until Joe Biden said, screw it. Notice he gave an exact date and all hell broke loose. You drew so much stuff. I mean, now they have, Black Hawk helicopters and our fans and drones and all kinds of stuff too. So it's just nothing good came from this. It's what it is, man. You don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like any of this. Most people don't like any of this. People that still say they're completely proud of me, did nothing wrong. You're idiots. You really are fucking idiots, and you should keep your opinions to yourself. This is gonna, like, mark my words, this is gonna end shitty. Capital S and a whole lot of I's in between there. Shit. And to close it out, said was gonna mention something, I don't know, ridiculous, dumb, stupid, as I stuttered through stupidity, but that the Navy SEAL that actually was the one that shot and killed bin Laden is actually now on a no-fly list, like a terrorist, because he did for not wearing a mask on the plane. Like, so the guy that took out bin Laden is now on a no-fly list for a mask. I don't know, it used to be terrorists and like all these risks while you were on no-fly list. Now masks. Like, this is the level of dumb we have fallen into. And again, I wish I could make this shit up, but hey, at least he's making jokes about it. He finds it, humorous, the full-fledged stupidity that is perpetuating on everyone. But I find it embarrassing, for being honest. So, but it's gonna keep getting worse. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the New York City, key to the city, what pass, whatever the hell, all the places you can't go if you're not vaccinated. Like that's going to get dumb too. But I'm going to keep an eye on all those things, mostly Afghanistan, just because it's a shit show. But I appreciate the listen, the watch, whatever platform you're on watching it. I'll ask you to follow along, share it out so more people can get eyeballs on it. That's all I ask. I think I'm making some sense. I think I'm quite lucid this week. For some reason, all that anger I had for a while there is gone. I mean, this is, I need to keep an eye on people that don't see any bad, and I'm just embarrassed for them. Like I heard someone else say, it's pretty much how I described it. Like I went from really pissed when I saw the way it was going down to sad for all the people. It's just disgusting. Like it's full, I'm disgusted now. Like I'm in the last stage of it. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I appreciate the listens, the watch, this comment, share it out. And I will be back tomorrow. Keep this thing going. The train's going to keep it rolling all day long. All day long, all night long. Oh, no matter what, it doesn't stop. I'll be back tomorrow. So share it out. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Message me. Tell me what you think. And until next time, my friends, like always, enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to each other. Grow your brain and actually learn something. And peace.